Welcome back, my dear students. So today's class we are going to see the continuation of flanged beam. We are going to start the numericals on analysis of a flanged beam section. So the first question, a 120 mm thick slab supported by a singly reinforced T-beam spaced at 3 meters center to center. The effective depth is 580 mm. Breadth of the web is 450. It is reinforced with 8 numbers 20 mm diameter HYSD bars provided at the tension zone. The beams are simply supported over a span of 3.6 meter. Use M20 grade concrete. So here the question is given the slab is supported by a single reinforced T-beam spaced at 3 meters center to center. So if I am drawing the diagram, you will see it like this. You have the slab 120 mm thick. In the slab 120 mm thick, there is a beam. Then at 3 meter away, there is another beam. It is going like this. So it is given the slab is 120 mm thick. This is 120 mm thick and is reinforced with a T-beam spaced at 3 meters center to center, which means the distance, this distance is 3000 mm, that is 3 meter. The center to center distance of the slab is, the beam is 3 meter. The effective depth is 580 mm. It is given the effective depth is 580 mm, breadth of the web is 450. So if I am taking this beam is having influence from half of this or up to here, influence up to here and up to here, and this distance is 3000 mm. Distance I could take it as 3000 mm. So if I am drawing it separately, I will get it like this. I will get it like this, which the actual width is 3000 mm. And it is given, it is reinforced with 8 numbers of 20 mm 5. It is reinforced with 8 numbers of 20 mm 5. And the effective depth is given as 580 mm. Effective depth is given as width of the web given as 450 mm. Here you are asked to find the moment of resistance of the section. So given data are, here the depth of the flange is equivalent to depth of your slab. That is, I can take the depth of the flange is equal to 120 mm. This depth of the flange I could write it as 120 mm. And BW, that is width of the web, is equal to 450 mm. So now we need to determine the value for L0. It is given the beams are simply supported over a span of 3.6 meters. So if I draw this, the beams are simply supported over a span of 6 meters. I can get L0 is equal to 3.6 meter. It is the point of zero moments. If I am drawing the bending moment diagram, this will be like this, and the point of zero moments will be extreme support. That is, I will get it L0 as 3.6 meter. Now, to find the value for your BF, you have from equation clause number 23.2.1 of your IS 456 2000, you have BF is equal to L0 by 6 plus BW plus 6 DF. This value, substituting the value for L0 as 3.6 meter, BW as 450 mm and DF as 120, I'll get this value as 3600 divided by 6 plus 450 plus 6 into 120. I'll get this value as 1770 mm, and this is less than actual width, that is less than 3000 mm. Hence it is okay. So now onwards we will be assuming the effective width of this section. So now onwards this value will be, I will be taking this effective width value, that is 1770 mm. I will be taking 1770 mm as the width for my calculation purpose. So I can have the first assumption, or we will take the first assumption, that is, we will assume case 1, that is neutral axis within the flange, that is XU less than DF. We will start with this assumption. So when XU is less than DF, I can write total tension is equal to compression, that is 0.87 FY AST is equal to 0.36 FCK BF into XU. From here you will get the value for XU as 0.87 into 415. You will get the value for XU as 71.20 mm, which is less than the DF value, that is 120 mm, which means our assumption is correct. That is, I can write mu is equal to, in terms of tension, if I am writing mu is equal to 0.87 Fy AST into D minus 0.42 XU, or mu is equal to 0.36 FCK BF XU into D minus 0.42 XU, only if it is an under reinforced section. So we need to check whether this section is an under reinforced, so that we need to calculate the value for XU limit. XU limit for HYSD bar for 15 grade is 0.48 D. D, that is, I'll get this value as 0.48 into D is given as, effective depth is given as 580 mm. 580, I'll get this value as 261 mm, which means the section XU is less than XU limit, which means the section is an under reinforced section. If the section having value greater than XU limit, XU value is greater than XU limit, then we will limit the value to XU limit. We need to substitute the value for XU as XU limit in the moment of resistance equation. So moment of resistance I could write it as mu is equal to, in terms of steel I am writing 0.87 Fy AST into D minus 0.42 XU. I can write this as 0.87 into Fy is 415, AST is 8 into pi by 4 into 20 square into D here is 580 minus 0.42 into XU. I got this value as 71.2. 1.2. This value of mu, I'll get it as 499.166 kilonewton meter. So the moment of resistance of this section is 499.166 kilonewton meter. So if our assumption was wrong here, we need to continue to the step number 2A and 2B. Question number 2, you can see here, determine the moment of resistance of a T-beam given data BF, that is the effective width is directly given here. BF is given as 1000 mm, DF depth of the flange is given as 100 mm, BW width of the web is given as 300 mm, cover to the concrete is given as 50 mm. We'll assume, we will take this as effective cover. Effective cover is given as 50 mm. Depth, effective depth is given as 450 mm, and AST provided is 4 numbers of 25. T here represents torr steel. Okay, 4 numbers 25 torr steel and 2 numbers 20 mm torr steel. Torr steel means HYSD bars. Use M20 and Fe415 grade steel. So here you are given asked to find the moment of resistance of the T-beam. The given data is here. So we will draw this given data. Given BF is equal to 1000 mm. That is, width of your effective width of the flange is given directly given as 1000 mm. Depth of the flange is given as 100 mm. Width of the web is given as 300 mm. Cover, effective cover is given as 50, and depth is given as, effective depth is given as 450. So I will assume this is the AST provided. This is the area of steel. Then the effective cover is given as, and cover to effective cover is given as 50 mm, which means the total depth is 500 mm. Use M20. The grade of concrete used is M20 and steel used is 415. So if I am writing here, I will get this value as 2591 mm square, 2591.81 mm square. So now we are going to see the 3 cases. The first case is when XU is less than DF. That is our first assumption. Assume XU less than DF. So equating total tension and compression, I will get it as total tension is 0.87 Fy into AST, that is 25991 point is equal to total compression when XU is less than DF is what, 0.36 FCK BF into XU, that is 0.36 FCK is 20, BF is 1000 into XU. From here you'll get the value for XU as 129.96 mm. But the DF value is not less than the DF value. DF value given is 100 mm, which means our assumption is wrong. So now we need to move to the next case, that is case 2A. We have the case 2A, that is XU greater than DF and 3/7 XU greater than or equal to DF. In that case, if I am equating total tension and compression, I have compression as C1 plus C2. That is, I can write total tension is equal to what? 0.87 into Fy into AST. 0.87 Fy AST is equal to C1. Here C1 is 0.36 FCK BW into XU plus C2 here is what? 0.446 FCK BF minus BW into DF. So you are clear about how to find this. If you are not that clear, you can draw a side of this and you can derive this equation. So if I am substituting this, AST is same 2591.81. So the only unknown value here is XU. So you can get the value for XU by substituting all these values. You will get the value for XU as 144.01 mm, which means if I am taking 3/7 XU, I'll get this value as 61.74 mm, which means this is not greater than the DF value. The DF value is 1000. DF value is 100. It is not greater than the DF value, which means it is not greater than the DF value. So our assumption is wrong. So which means we need to move to the third assumption, and that will definitely get satisfied. That is, the third assumption here is case 2B, that is XU is greater than DF and 3/7 XU is less than DF. XU is greater than DF and 3/7 XU is less than DF. Here, as the code suggests, as we have seen in the analysis, detailed analysis, there requires a modified depth of the flange, that is YF, where YF is given as 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF. So if I am writing total tension is equal to compression, I have the total tensile force as 0.87 Fy AST is equal to total compressive force as 0.36 FCK BW XU plus 0.446 FCK BF minus BW into YF. Substituting the value for YF as 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF, I can write the equation for XU as XU is equal to, rearranging this one, this term, 0.87 Fy AST minus 0.446 FCK BF minus BW into 0.65 DF divided by 0.36 FCK BW plus 0.446 FCK BF minus BW into 0.15. So substituting the values for given Fy as 415, AST as 2591.81, FCK as 20, BF as 1000, BW as 300, DF as 100, and FCK as 20, BW as 300, FCK as 20, and the same values here. You'll get the value for XU as 171.03 mm. You get the value for XU as 171.03 mm, and 3/7 XU as The value for 3 by 7 XUS 73.29, which is less than the DF value. So our assumption is it is less than DF value. The DF value is 100. Therefore, our assumption is correct. So I can say that our assumption is correct. So we need to now check for this section to be under reinforced or over reinforced, so that I have XU limit for this section as 0.48 into D. The D value, I can take it as D value, it is given as 450 mm. D value is given as 450 mm. So XU limit into D, that is 0.48 into D, 216 mm. But our XU value is 171.03, which means the section is an under reinforced section. I can write here XU less than XU limit, therefore under reinforced section. Now we know the value for XU, so we can determine the value for YF. YF is 0.15 XU plus 0.65 DF, that is 0.15 into XU here is 171.03 plus 0.65 into DF is 100. I'll get this value as 90.65 mm. So the equation for mu I could write it as, there is a moment of resistance. With respect to concrete, I am writing C1 into Leverham plus C2 into Leverham. Here C1 is 0.36 FCK BW XU into D minus 0.42 XU plus 0.446 FCK BF minus BW into YF into Leverham is D minus YF by 2. So substituting all these values, you will get, before that, this YF should be less than DF. That check has to be done. That is okay. 90.65, which is less than DF, that is 100. It's okay. So substituting these values for the moment of resistance, you will get mu is equal to 0.36 FCK BW XU into D minus 0.42 XU plus 0.446 FCK BF minus BW into YF into Leverham, that is D minus YF by 2. You will get this value as 368.77 kilonewton meter. So this is the moment of resistance of this section. So what we have done is, first we have checked whether the case 1 our assumption is correct. We got XU is not lying inside DF, so our assumption was wrong. Then we went to case number 2A, as XU greater than DF and 3 by 7 XU greater than or equal to DF, equated tension is equal to compression. We got our assumption as wrong, so we went to the case 2B, where XU is greater than DF and 3 by 7 XU less than DF. We got our assumption as correct. That's why we went for proceeding whether the section is an under reinforced and over reinforced section. If it is an over reinforced section, we should limit XU to XU limit, and we should find the value of mu corresponding to that value. Here we got the value for XU is less than XU limit, which means the section is an under reinforced section. So applying the moment of resistance equation mu, we'll get the value for mu as 368.7 kilonewton meter. So hope you are clear with this analysis of a flange section. That's all for today's class. Thank you.